Hi lovely people! I'm here doing a fashion video for you guys, but what I really need to be doing right now is packing because tomorrow I am going to Croatia. I'm going on a trip to Croatia and I'm going to be staying there for a couple of days, so not even a week, like 4 days, something like that. And I have to think about what to bring with me. I'm super excited, but I always leave packing for the very last minute, and then I have a big chaos in my room and I'm like all over the place, acting really crazy because I can't organize myself. But today I actually stopped for a minute and started thinking about some like little guidelines on how to pack in organized way, and I think I made some good points, so I think I will share this with you and then I'm off packing. But before we start with these little tips and tricks, do share with me how are you at packing. I'm a big mess when it comes to packing and I'm trying to get more organized and not overpack because I would usually bring like my entire wardrobe with me, which is impossible. The positive thing is that I'm going to my home in Croatia, so I do have a little bit of wardrobe there already. But if I want to do like outfits of the day or fashion posts for my blog, then I really need to think about my outfits and what am I going to wear and things like so. But these are so superficial things, you know. If I decide not to do any of these, I could even, not pack anything, just bring my beauty case and I will have some clothes to wear there in Croatia, luckily. Okay, so tomorrow we are traveling, then we are going to stay there Sunday, Monday, and I don't know, Tuesday. Maybe we are going to stay the entire day, maybe we are heading home to Italy Tuesday already, I'm not really sure. But I have to think about what to wear for a trip, so I will need to wear something, very casual, because it's really pointless to wear like a super chic outfit made of fabric that tends to, scrunch a lot, because you're going to spend a lot of hours, sitting, so it just won't look right when you arrive at your destination. You will have to iron it and just keep that in mind. So I think the best thing is just to travel in leggings, jeggings, skinny jeans, things like so. And then you can have like cute shoes, accessories and things like so. So this is going to be my outfit for the trip. Now Sunday we have a car racing meeting, alpha car meeting actually. So this is also going to be a very sporty event, so I'm not planning on wearing high heels and I don't know, skirts, mini skirts, revealing tops or things like so. I'm actually going to be wearing hot pink polo with my hubby's logo on it and just some skinny jeans and maybe all-star sneakers. So this is what I'm going to bring for the second day, and then I have other 2 days that I'm planning on doing like fashion outfits and take pictures for my blog. So I think those should be a little bit more dressed up, a little bit more up-to-date outfits. So I'm trying to, put these together as well. And maybe we will go to the beach too. So I will have to bring something a little bit more casual to the beach. So I'm staying in Croatia 4 days and I will do like different things. I will have to attend different events. So I have all my outfits ready and there is really no point in overpacking. If I'm staying there only 4 days, I will bring like 5 outfits, not more than that, counting that maybe I will have to change one day just to go to the beach or something like that. So I think it's really important to do a list, of events, occasions that you're going to attend, things you're going to do while you're on your trip, and just think in your head of outfits that are appropriate for that occasion. When talking about footwear, I think it's also important that you can combine same footwear with different outfits. For example, I can wear my all-star sneakers for a little bit more trendy and up-to-date, outfit, maybe for outfit that I will even put on my blog, and I will definitely wear my all-stars for like alpha car meeting event as well. Do the same thing with your purses, so choose a color that is quite neutral or the color that will go well with most of your outfits, because you don't want to be carrying like 5 different purses and 5 or 6 different pairs of shoes. Also think about the weather. Weather forecast is something you might want to check before starting packing. For example, I remember past year, it was in April, around Easter actually, I had all these spring inspired outfits prepared, and then when the day actually arrived, it was raining so hard and it was so cold that it felt like winter time. And my granny and my dad was alive back then, he called me and he told me, but be careful what are you going to pack, be careful what are you going to bring with you, because I'm warning you, here is very, very cold and you need to pack your winter clothes. He knew me, he knew that I always want to wear clothes to appear, nice and all, but he always told me, bring a heavier jacket. It doesn't matter, it's cold. So I was like, oh no, now I have to rethink, about everything. I should have just looked into weather forecast a couple of days before I prepared all my outfits. But anyway, I arrived to Croatia back then, and I actually borrowed my granny's big fur hat from her wardrobe because it was so freaking cold, I'm not even kidding. And all the outfits that I had prepared, I wore none. I just couldn't. Now, luckily, I don't have a very long trip ahead of me. I'm only 2 hours, 2.5 hours distant from my hometown, so it's not going to be a very long, exhausting trip or anything like that. And I can go by my car, so I can bring extra luggage, whatever, Nobody's counting my luggage. But when you're traveling on an airplane, it's a whole different story, and I know it can be quite a nightmare. Last time I went to London, I made sure to weigh my suitcase before going to the airport, just because if you exceed the luggage limit, I think it's 15 kilos with Ryanair and maybe a little bit more with other companies. So you have to be careful about that, because every company has their own limits, so make sure to check that as well. So mine was like 15 kilos, so I had to weigh my suitcase before I actually went to the airport, because if not, you will pay ridiculous price for every kilo that you exceed. So sometimes it can be even more expensive than the actual ticket that you paid for yourself, for the passenger. So that's crazy. That is something that I'm very, careful about, because I believe that's just like waste of money. Also, if you're going on a trip that you know it's going to be like shopping spree, that you're going to buy a lot of things, then make sure that you bring less clothes. I actually had very few clothes in my suitcase. It was almost empty when I went to London, and then I was like free to shop. I wasn't, stressed out thinking about weight and exceeding the weight limit and all these things. So also these things with liquids and what you can bring on plane with you, so be careful with that, because you don't want to carry your luxurious expensive cosmetics makeup with you, and then you find that you just need to leave it there at the airport. Always consult the web pages of the airplane companies before traveling, just to make sure to know their rules about everything, basically, just to be prepared. Now, if you're traveling to a very distant country, you might want to know something about the country you're traveling to, like their customs and just their culture, and a little bit more about, their rules, because you just want to respect the place where you're going. Also, make sure that you have received all the needed medicine or vaccination before your flight, if needed. Sometimes if you're traveling to a very distant country with a climate that is very different from yours, your immune system might not be adjusted to that climate and to that ambient. For example, I have my a good friend from Costa Rica. She lives here in Italy for ages now, and she has an Italian husband. But she told me that when her husband first came to Costa Rica, he went to live there, and he had really big difficulties adjusting to their climate. So he really had hard time, and he got all these strange illnesses and all, it was crazy. And then when my friend from Costa Rica moved here to Italy, the same thing happened to her, because her immune system, her entire organism was used to something completely different. And she arrived here, and here is different climate, obviously. We have different germs or whatnot, and she had very big difficulties adjusting to this area. In another country, distant country, there are completely different standards, completely different things, completely different situation that you might not be used to. So just keep this in mind and be prepared. This is very important. So I hope I covered more or less everything. I don't know, if you have any other tips, please share them with me in the comment section. And thank you so much for watching this one. I'm sending you all a huge kiss from Italy, and see you in my next one from Croatia. Ciao ciao!